KDP has just added an AI policy to their content policies, as we can see just here, and some new options on the upload screen. Now what I'm going to do is give you a quick rundown of all of this and share my opinions nearer the end of the video. Now if we come over to here, we're now going to see that they have a new section here when you upload a book. Now to find this section just here, when you upload a book, it's going to be under the paperback content. Then if you scroll down to the bottom, we now have this. So it says AI generated content. Amazon is collecting information about the use of artificial intelligence, that's AI tools, in creating content. Now if we hover over this, it says we define AI generated content as text, images or translations created by an artificial intelligence based tool. And it also says you agree to adhere to our KDP content guidelines as part of the terms and conditions of your participation in the KDP self-publication and distribution program. Now if we come over to here, what I will do is link this down in the description as well. We can have a little read of this so that we know what it says. Now first of all, what I quickly want to say is I take this as a positive. I think this is a really good thing that now Amazon is confirming and that they're aware that creators are using AI tools. I personally think that this is a step in the right direction. Now one thing to note really quick is that they're not against AI tools. They are still accepting uploads of these books, and it's not against any policy to do so as long as you're following all of their rules. And what they're doing at the minute with all of this, it just seems like that it's a data gathering exercise for Amazon. Now this could be a step in the right direction, because once they understand how many people are using AI tools to help create their books, then they probably will have a section when you upload your book to choose that this is actually AI. Again, I just personally think that this at the minute is just because they want to collect a lot of data. Anyway, it feels like I'm rambling on, so let's go through this. Artificial intelligence, AI, content, that means text, images or translations. Now we require you to inform us of AI generated content, that's text, images or translations, when you publish a new book or make edits to and republish an existing book through KDP. You are not required to disclose AI assisted content. Now we distinguish between AI generated and AI assisting content as follows. So AI generated. We define AI generated content as text, images or translations created by an AI based tool. If you used an AI based tool to create the actual content, whether that's text, images or translations, it is considered AI generated, even if you applied substantial edits afterwards. Now AI assisted is if you created the content yourself and used AI based tools to edit, refine, error check or otherwise improve that content, whether text or images, then it is considered AI assisted and not AI generated. Similarly, if you use an AI based tool to brainstorm or generate ideas, but ultimately created the text or images yourself, this is also considered AI assisted and not AI generated. It is not necessary to inform us of the use of such tools and processes. So, if you created your books with AI, then you need to let them know on the upload section. If you used AI to help assist you, then it's not necessary. You don't have to do that, as it states just here. It is not necessary to inform us of all the use of such tools or processes. Now, why is that? Well, because all of these major tools now have AI built into them. So the ones that you're using to help assist you, you don't really need to disclose, and the ones that you actually use to generate, you need to actually disclose that information. Now it says here, you are responsible for verifying that all AI generated and or AI assisted content adheres to all content guidelines. For example, to confirm an AI-based tool did not create content based on copyrighted works, you're required to review and edit any AI tool outputs. So again, it's not actually against their rules to use AI tools as long as you adhere to all of their content guidelines. So please understand that as well. If you break any type of guideline, whether that's because you used AI or not, then you're putting your account in jeopardy. It is not the AI tool itself that will do that, it's sticking to the content guidelines. Now, let's get on back over to here because a few things that I want to cover here as well. So, did you use AI tools in creating text, images, and or translations in your book? If you haven't, then you can just click no and move on. If you have, then you need to click on yes, and this is where we're going to choose a few different options. If you used text AIs, then click select, and you can click on one of these. Some sections with minimal or no editing, some sections with extensive editing, entire work with minimal or no editing, or entire work with extensive editing. Now, just be honest when filling out this information. If you've used a lot of AI, then disclose it just here. If you haven't used a lot, then disclose it as well. Just choose the right one when uploading your book. It's going to be the same for images, and it's also going to be the same for translations. Just be completely honest with what you actually did. Now, if we quickly just click on one of these, and let's go with mainly AI, you then have an option to put in what type of AI that you used. And again, just be completely honest with this. Now, as long as your books adheres to all of the content guidelines, then you're going to be completely fine. See, what Amazon really cares about is a good customer experience. If you're using AI to create colouring books, and then the images are really crap, and let's say a person has 10 fingers, or 12 fingers on one hand, then that's not going to lead to a good customer experience. If you take the time to actually create your books, still put a lot of effort into it, and make them as good quality as you can, and still stick to the content guidelines, then you should be fine. But hey, this is all just my opinion anyway. But again, I see this as a really good thing. They have now added an AI policy, which is telling me that they're all aware now of all the creators using AI, and they're still accepting uploads of AI generated books. If they wasn't, they'd be putting it here in the guidelines. If they wasn't, they'd be putting it here in their content policies and telling you not to use AI. So again, I think this is a good thing. They're acknowledging that a lot of creators are using AI, and I think this is just a data gathering exercise for KDP at the minute before they actually make substantial changes. Now, what's your thoughts on this? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Drop a comment down below letting me know. And if you want to watch more of my content, click right here and watch this video.